Okay, it's Marvel Puzzle Quest video time with me, PI McLeod. I'm doing something a little different here. We've probably already been acquainted with this boss in the past, but I think it would be helpful for some if we had like a little, maybe I shouldn't say a how-to video, but just like a hints and tips video here for the Lost in Time. Not the main thing overall, but the very first boss you're gonna fight for this whole doomed storyline. You know, like you go into it, you beat that, you go through sightseeing, you beat all this, and you reach this guy, Kaecilius. Am I saying it right? Kaecilius? Yeah, I like to call him Kaecili because you know he's. Anyways, he's hard, especially if you're playing on shield level 10. As you can see down below, I've beat him 2 out of 4 times possible for rewards. Now if you're like me, you play for full progression, you don't need to beat any single node more than 3 times. As long as you beat all the nodes 3 times, you're pretty much guaranteed to get full progression and rewards on every single PvE event. The exception being maybe Deadpool versus Marvel Puzzle Quest. There's need a couple extra here and there because there's only 2 full events for that. But anyways, this isn't about that. This is about Kaecilius, or Kaecili. Man, look at his level. He's hard, he's strong, and you know you can't stun him. Duh, says so right there. You can't do anything to hurt him unless you match his strikes. It says so in the instructions that kind of hit you in the face when you start. So what do? Well, these 2 guys right here, they're my bread and butter for fighting Kaecili. They have been for quite some time. Ever since Sabretooth came out, he kind of joined the rankings of Elektra. I've always used Elektra because her purple says make 3 really cheap enemy strike tiles. That's big. You don't just spam it, obviously. You wait for there to be 3 purples lined up in a nice, easy to match area. Like, okay, then I'll use it. And if you get one of them that lands there or more, you match them, and you just hurt Kaecili for a good amount of damage. All because Elektra has a 7 purple AP, cheap enemy strike placement move. Same thing for Sabretooth. His black does the same thing. Notice my black isn't even that big. You know, this doesn't do anything except for raise the damage. So keep it on 3. It only costs 7 black. You're making 3 random strength 1 enemy strike tiles. You're not really adding anything to his power per se. 3 hit point damage should not be the detriment to you. But between his black and her purple, you're basically making fuel for you to kill him because you need to match those. Now, like if you're playing Strange Sights PvE, in Strange Sights, you could probably use a 3rd enemy strike maker. Like Polaris comes to mind. Her blue does that. Sure, you can't stun him, but you make 4 pretty low level enemy strike tiles. You could also use Coulson or Quicksilver even to have an ability to swap tiles to make it easier to match. But here in the Lost in Time event, in this version, Kaecilius gets really high level. He does a lot of damage per hit, to the point where Elektra can't survive more than a couple hits. Sabretooth can't survive more than a couple hits, and you need more than a couple turns to beat him. He has like a lot of hit points. So you need to put in your beefiest dude you have. Right now I have Sam Dak, you know, the new Samurai Dak and Wolverine. I have him champed and boosted in this event for 560 levels right now. He's just a baby champ. I think I'm at 450, but still, he's sizable. Look at that health, 142,000. He's going to be my tank. He tanks every color over those 2. And that's the point. He's going to sit there and take the hits and just be their guardian while we wait for strikes to kill. That's the strategy. If you really want to beat him without using 3-star Deadpool whales, this is pretty much the best thing I can give you. And why them and not Polaris? Well, because Polaris' blue costs 7, and it puts out 4 tiles, which is fine, but you don't... How do I say this? Sabretooth's green, that passive, it blows up extra tiles, meaning more chances to cascade into enemy strikes. Elektra's black, if you're if you really need it, you can use it to help block for the team. But more importantly, her red steals purple and black and red AP from the enemy one at a time, one per turn. So she has an extra utility in her red. He has an extra utility in his passive that destroys tiles when you hit an enemy strike. So these two have extra abilities to help you cascade those enemy strikes down. Polaris doesn't have anything like that. If anything, her passive doesn't do any extra damage to him. Still doesn't hurt him at all. It creates more allied tiles out there, which is nice if you could use them. If you match an enemy strike tile, you're going to make more allied, friendly strike tiles, and those aren't going to help you at all. They don't do any extra damage. They don't boost the damage you're already doing. So if anything, it fills up the board and does nothing but become clutter. If you fill up, let's say, all the purple tiles with friendly strikes, Electra can't use them to make her own enemy strikes. So it's a little inefficient. These two are like the best, in my opinion, for fighting the Snuff. Of course, once again, this is assuming you don't want to rely on 3-star Deadpool whales to get through the fight. If you're going to rely on whales, you might as well throw 3-star Deadpool in, and then 2 beef characters that can soak up purple, red, and black damage for Deadpool so he doesn't jump in front as often. And then, of course, hope that you fall into enough purple to make whales go off. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you the third run through of Kaecilius with this team, and you get to see how this works. Hopefully I don't lose. That'd be embarrassing, huh? See, this is a good board. I'm a little lucky on this. Honestly, having a lot of purple like this right off the bat is a good thing. So I don't want to cascade as much as I want to match that top left 3 purples there to make the blues come together. I don't want to do that. Kaecilius is prone to putting strike tiles into multiple places, so I want to leave things open for him to place tiles where they can be easily matched. So don't kill the extra cascading potential, because it doesn't do anything but give you, well, in this case, blue is useless for me. So I'm just going to match this purple right here, knowing that it does nothing. But feed Electra. See, I'm going to match this green, because he might match that purple. He might do my work for me. And he didn't. But it's okay. Let's go with this. He's doing some of the work for me right now. That's good. Well, no purples to match, so I'll match this black. I want to get Sabretooth rolling. Look at the damage he's doing, but Samdak is just taking it in the face. There's another purple match I can make. Oh, he's going to make it for me. Thank you, sir. Pretty good so far. Honestly, this is running a lot smoother than normal. Sometimes this takes a lot longer to do, but I don't know, he's being a little kind. Should have seen my last match for the second clear. He had my Wolverine down a lot lower than this. Ooh, see, now here comes the hard part. He ran his team up with Sandblast, and so that's going to bring these two guys up to bat. Although I think I win right here. Yep. That happens though, where he stuns you, he stuns your tank, and then all of a sudden your tank's not in the front anymore, and your sidekicks have to take the brunt of it. It happens. I wouldn't blame anyone if they had to wipe right then and there, just start over, but hopefully you don't have to. I've been attacked again. Anyways. That's it. That's 3 clears of Kaecilius for me. I'm not going to run another one. It's pointless right now. Like I said, 3 clears of every node is what I need. And Kaecilius in this one is kind of beefy. And he hits hard. You saw Samdak taking those 5, 6, 7K hits to the face and not flinching, only because he was a boosted 5-star. You need your biggest tank up front. Like maybe you have Old Man Logan champed up, or really high level. He's got a constant every turn regen. Put him in there. Maybe 5-star Iceman. If you have him, his yellow helps prevent some damage as long as you have team up AP to spend on it. There's a bunch of different avenues to go about this. Just think of someone that could take the hits and keep on staying there to protect his brethren. So that's that. Hope you guys got something out of this. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll catch you on the next video.